Luigi's Mansion was released in the US on November 18, 2001, as a launch title for the Nintendo GameCube. This was a break in tradition since previous Nintendo consoles had released with a Mario platformer, but in the end the gamble Nintendo had made paid off as Luigi's Mansion went on to be a critical and commercial success, as well as finally legitimizing Luigi from a palette swap to his own full-fledged character. After winning a mansion in a contest he never entered, Luigi decides to investigate with his brother Mario. They decide to meet outside the mansion, but when Luigi arrives, there is no sign of him. So Luigi enters the mansion, only to be attacked by ghosts and saved by the local scientist, Professor E. Gadd. Gadd explains that Mario was captured by the ghosts, as well as gives Luigi his invention to give him a fighting chance, the Poltergust 3000. Now it is up to the cowardly Luigi to brave the haunted mansion and save his brother. Since this game was a launch title for the GameCube, one of the main things Nintendo put their effort into was the graphics, as a representation of what their new hardware was capable of, and I would say they did a phenomenal job. This was the first Mario game to have the smooth and cartoony style that is still used to this day. Everything in this game still looks great today, from the 3D models of the characters to the mansion itself. The game is revolved around capturing ghosts via stunning them with your flashlight and then sucking them up with the Poltergust 3000. Of course, that's how you defeat basic ghost enemies, but throughout the game you'll encounter portrait ghosts, most of which are basically mini-bosses, with a couple actually being bosses. These types of ghosts will not go down easily, they won't even be capturable until you find their weakness/triggers. You'll also encounter boos, which will keep hiding in furniture until they are caught. While playing, you'll also be trying to collect as much treasure as possible to achieve a better grade at the end of the game. This can be achieved via examining furniture, opening green chests, or even watering plants. You use the control stick to move Luigi, while the C stick changes its direction. The A button allows you to open doors and examine objects, while the B button turns off your flashlight. The X button allows you to search the room with your Game Boy Horror, the Y button lets you check the map, and the Z button lets you check your inventory. Finally, the R trigger is how you use the sucking function of the Poltergust 3000, while the L trigger is how you use the elemental attack. There are 4 areas to explore within the mansion, each with many unique rooms to capture ghosts in. Area 1 is the shortest, and it consists of mostly simple rooms, like the parlor, dressing room, and master bedroom. Area 2 is where the mansion gets interesting, with the ballroom, fortune teller's room, and even a secret treasure room. Area 3 mainly consists of recreational rooms such as the rec room, the billiards room, and the observatory. And finally, Area 4, which is all over the place with its style rooms such as the clockwork room, the cold storage, and the artist's studio. Overall, I would say the first half of the game is easy, while the second half is somewhat difficult. The portrait ghosts and boos that you encounter in the first 2 areas are pushovers, and you can capture them without breaking a sweat. The rooms to get them in are so big that you won't get caught on any furniture. Most of the portrait ghosts don't even attack you, and the boo's health is always low. As for capturing them in the last 2 areas, you're in for a rough ride. The rooms are small and cluttered, most of the ghosts will attack you, and the boo's health go up by astronomical proportions. But if you think the game was too easy, you can always do a New Game Plus playthrough, which is a harder version of the game. The music is completely horror-themed, mixed with the upbeat style the Mario series is known for. It is a weird mix, but it does surprisingly work. Although that's not to say all the tracks are happy-go-lucky. A lot of the songs in the game are actually short jingles and only play on specific occasions like picking up a key. Despite this, they are all still pleasant to listen to. Some of my favorite tracks include the title screen, the Bogmire Battle, the Game Boy Horror, and the Mansion's theme. Like I stated before, Luigi's Mansion was a pretty big gamble for Nintendo's new console. It did not star Mario as the main character, the story was dark, and on top of that, it wasn't even a platformer. But it prevailed, going on to sell about 2.19 million units, as well as becoming one of the first player choice titles for the system, and even getting re-released onto the Nintendo 3DS. The only shortcoming I can think of is the length of the game and how it could be beaten in about 6 to 7 hours. But other than that, I find this unique entry into the Mario series to be a welcome one, and would recommend you play it, whether it's the original or the re-release. Thanks for watching.